Yeah, now it's time for me to protest a little bit. Look, we have a right to protest in the United States of America. And I think it's fine when people do it properly, legally, and peacefully. I'm all for peaceful protests. That's part of our rights. But as we all know, for the last week, practically every single night, we have not had peaceful protests. We've had opportunists, thugs, arsonists, miscreants, violent scum coming around and tearing the cities apart, looting, putting buildings on fire, hurting people, throwing rocks at policemen and bricks and Lord knows what else, defacing public property. These are not the protesters. These are the criminals. There's a difference, okay? And as far as the word thugs, I'll damn well use that word when I'm talking about the criminals. I'm not calling the peaceful protesters thugs. I'm calling the criminals, the violent rioters. They are the thugs. Thugs come in different colors, okay? Thugs come white, black, brown, yellow. It doesn't matter. A thug is a thug. I try to keep this kind of stuff off my channel. Some people have told me they come here because they want to get escapism from all this kind of garbage. And I know what you mean. I'm looking to escape. It's on every freaking channel. You can't get away from it sometimes. But I will tell you that other people have also said they like to see this side of me. If I'm angry about something, if I'm ticked off about something, pissed off. So you can't please everybody. But I am sick and tired of turning on the television set, various channels over the night, and seeing these barbaric creatures of all races going around and destroying this country. And what gets me about it is the police are doing nothing. Nothing. I've watched these channels and I see some tear gas here and there. Oh, I see them standing looking tough, the police with, they got their billy clubs at the ready, and maybe a couple of them are poking them a little bit. You got to mow these people down like the cockroaches that they are. Like the bugs. Get out the can of Raid. I would love to see helicopters flying over these cities with the rioters. When people start to riot, or when people violate curfew, a curfew means you're off the street at a certain time. They should have advance warnings in a perfect world. This is the time of the curfew. This is what we say is the limit. If you're still on the street, anyone on the street will be gassed, or worse. Something's got to be done. It's not, whatever they're doing is not working. Giving them a chance to just let it out of their systems. If you want to break property, you want to sacrifice a few police precincts, you sacrifice a couple of monuments. Yeah, we'll let them have a little bit of it. No, none of that. I have no tolerance or patience for rioters, looters, arsonists, opportunists. And you all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spell it out for you. Okay? People who mix in with the good protesters and try to create anarchy and spoil it for everybody. The bad apple's got to spoil it for the whole group. I've had enough. And also I've seen things on social media. I guess footage that nobody shows on the major networks. You just see it on, social media. People who have their cell phones with them and they record the action. I saw a man, I think it was in Texas, whose business was about to be destroyed. He came out with a sword, trying to defend his business. Good for him. And what he got for his trouble was he was pummeled, kicked, and beaten up, and left bleeding, sprawled out like a rag doll, all contorted on the ground. They left him for dead. I don't know if he died or not, but he left him for dead. And one of the protesters could be heard on the camera saying, I don't know the exact words, I'll sweeten it up a little bit, but something like, "You stupid fool. Look at you now. Look at you, stupid. Because you dared to come out here and confront us and defend your business. Now look at you." I saw another film that nobody's showing, a little private phone thing. I think it was in Seattle. There was a little girl marching along, and she got pepper sprayed in the face, and she's screaming and crying, and her eyes are tearing. And I saw some people trying to help her. They took a container of milk and poured it down her face in an attempt to soothe the pain, I guess. That made her scream even more. Can I ask you people questions? I ask this of anybody, the rioters and even the peaceful protesters. Why the hell are you bringing children here? Don't you have enough sense? I know that's a stupid question. Than to come into an area like this and bring kids in here? What have they got to do with this? And finally, I'll say, everybody, listen up. Do you realize that we have a COVID-19 virus problem, the coronavirus? Have you heard? What happened to social distancing? You know, we just were to a point where it was looking like some businesses were getting open. We kind of flattened the curve. We were going down. Things were looking a little better as we got into later May. And then we have all these opportunist rioters going out there and destroying cities. Nobody's social distancing anymore. It's pathetic.